Good afternoon. Right now I'm getting ready to work on the coffee bar countertop and the shelf that goes above the coffee bar. My house is a disaster. I'm in the middle of transitioning my decorations from fall to Christmas, and so as you can see, I have boxes of pretty things all over my house. So anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna stain these, and just like I did the other, this is the countertop, that's the shelf. Just like I did the other butcher block, I'm gonna go ahead and just do the one coat of stain. Now the shelf is going to need both sides of it, so that'll be a longer process. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. And I thought I would bring you guys along. So whenever you're sanding and stuff, you just wanna make sure that everything is wiped down, because you wanna make sure that that's as nice as possible. So there we go. So we're gonna go ahead and just start this process, I guess. Drying rack or wiping rack, just give it a light wipe, nothing too much, because I really love this color. But this is just beautiful. So with the countertop, I'm not doing the back side because this side's actually going up against the wall. It's not necessary. But with the shelf, all sides are necessary, so we'll have to do this in stages. Anyway, this is stage one of the shelf and the counter. Again, the counter, we're gonna do the two different treatments of water locks, and then the shelf, we're gonna just do one of the water locks because it's not a prep surface, it's just a shelf, but it will match the rest of the wood in the kitchen. Anyway, I'm gonna let this dry and we'll get back at it later. Talk to you soon. Hi, so I'm back. So you'll see that the color, it's really beautiful. It's really soaked in really well. It's nice and dry. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this one over and stain the other side, and then let that dry. Once that side is dry, we'll probably start with the varnish and covering it. Not the varnish, but the locks. That's the name of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip that over and take care of that. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry this evening, and then tomorrow I will come and put the first cover on with the locks, the water locks. So, well, it's not afternoon, it's nighttime now, but it is the next day, and the shelf as well as the top are for the coffee bar are done being drying and stuff. They're nice and dry. We let them dry for 24 hours. I'm gonna go now do the water locks coat. This one here, the shelf has to be, this narrow one here both sides have to be done, so this will take a little bit longer. And then the countertop, of course, around the front, a little bit underneath the ledge of the other side over there, and then the top will need to be done in water locks. I still am decorating for Christmas. I'm kind of behind the 8 ball this week. It's been a busy week, but I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. And so I have my water locks here. Right here you can see. And so I'm gonna go ahead and pour it into my tub, and then I have my handy dandy foam brushes that Edward got. Anyway, I'm just gonna pour some in here. It's a nice amber color. It's gonna be just absolutely lovely. So. It's just gorgeous. It's still got it's wet, so it's got a nice sheen on it. This is going to absorb directly into the butcher block, and it's going to really condition it, and this conditioner should last for several years. So beautiful. Good afternoon. So we're back at the countertops again, or the countertop and the shelf. We're going to do one more coat of the water locks sealer on it. That's the oil thing that's going to soak directly into the wood. And then, well, this is distracting me. Go ahead. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then it will dry overnight. Anyway, I do want you to see how this looks though. I mean, isn't that beautiful? So I've already put the water locks in there, so you can see it's that nice amber color, and that's what gives it such a beautiful tint. So I'm going to go ahead. I want to do a couple coats of this on this because this is the one that's going to have you know, the coffee bar stuff on it, so we'll be in contact with like food and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that we are putting plenty of this on, just like we did the island. Have it, that part is done. So it really is just so beautiful, and it's turning out great. We're gonna go ahead and end this for today, let this dry. I'm back again today. I am putting on the last coat of the countertop. The shelf is done, so Edward can actually hang that up whenever he's ready, so that's fantastic. And I'm putting on the last coat. This is the matte finish. Now, you have to stir it. So normally with these kinds of things you don't want to stir, but because this isn't a sand between and it has this matte stuff in it, you're going to want to stir it to make sure that that matte finish is applied. Otherwise it's going to be super dry, super shiny, right? And you'll end up with a different look than what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. It's super dry. And again, we're gonna do it just like we've done the other ones, except this is the last finish. So this will be the finished product here. I mean, look at that. You can see the fan in the kitchen turning over the top of it. It's gorgeous. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Next up, it will be Edward actually installing it. So he's gonna do the shelf and the coffee bar countertop. The shelf is ready to hang up today. I don't know that he's gonna get it to it today. And then the countertop will probably be ready in a couple of days. I just want it to get really nice and dry before we start fiddling with it, you know. So I'm just happy to wrap this up so that I can finish my holiday decorating and get all of that transition of stuff put away. And then yeah, when this is wrapped up, I think we can move forward with a lot of things. I've got to get organized, so maybe I'll bring you along with that whole journey of getting organized.
Welcome back, guys. So we are back here in the kitchen, and as you can see, we have the coffee bar right behind us here, and you see there's a countertop over there. We finished getting the countertop all stained, all put together, and kind of sealed up with both the tongue oil, the Waterlox tongue oil, and the Waterlox finish sealer, so it matches what we have on the kitchen island. So I'm going to go ahead and fit this piece in there, make sure that it fits, because that's always important. And then I'll go ahead and get it in there, and once I have it positioned correctly, I'll be able to go ahead and, you can see, we'll take out the drawers there, and I will actually use the drill, and I'll attach the countertop from underneath there. Once that's done, I should be able to start the process of measuring along the brick there, and I'll be able to start mounting the brackets that I have for it. I'll see if I have one handy here. I don't see one right away, but anyway, we've got these brackets that basically will attach to the brick here, and they will actually slide into the shelf board, which is made from the excess that we cut off the butcher block countertop there. We just used that excess part, stained it, and put the tongue oil just like we did on this one, and we made it so that we can attach it so that you won't see any brackets. The brackets will be hidden, kind of like a floating shelf. So that's the idea anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and get this into position, and then we'll go ahead and get it attached. Well, I think that fits pretty well. I'm liking how this looks. I think we can go ahead and get this thing attached. So as you can see here, there's not a lot of room underneath here. Probably have a better angle here, but as you can see, So all the screws are screwed in flush so that it shouldn't interfere with any of the drawers when they go back in. We'll go ahead and get those drawers put back in and show you kind of what it looks like with the countertop attached. All right, and there it is. Everything is still working as it should. Now, you'll notice on the sides here that there's a gap on both sides. That gap will actually, we still have to purchase the trim that will go along the sides and along the bottom of the coffee bar area here. But we can at least attach the countertop and actually put things back together on there, which we'll do here shortly. But now I can actually, I'm going to grab a laser level and start laying out the shelf height, making sure that everything is level, and then I can start marking my brackets for the holes I'll need to drill to screw the brackets to the brick, and then I'll have to mark the holes on the shelf itself, which I can grab here. Here we have the shelf. Now this is going to be the side that goes up against the wall here, so I'll be making sure to drill holes to go in here, and the brackets themselves actually come out to almost the end here. And I'll grab one here and kind of show you how close it is in terms of the shelf here. So the full shelf is going to be supported by those brackets. I think I'll probably end up doing 4 brackets for this, and that should make it plenty strong. I could do more. I mean, I could essentially do 5. I just don't know that it's going to be necessary. We're not going to be putting a tremendous amount of weight on these shelves. And the shelf itself should be plenty strong to handle anything we put up there. So I've got my laser level set up right where I want the shelf line to be here. So that would be this line is going to indicate the top of the shelf. So what I've done is I have used some very sophisticated level technology here. So basically I have my kitchen chair, my level little lift there, and then the level itself, thus getting me the laser level line that I need over here. So what I'm going to do is I went ahead and marked a few of them. I'm just going to go ahead and mark this last one here. So I just put it on the line, make sure it's nice and level. There. And like so. Now all I've got to do, take my masonry bit, and I've got some masonry screws that will right here, and then I will be able to screw these brackets into the brick. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and mark my shelf where I marked it on the wall here, and then I'll be able to drill my holes for the back. And just to show you how close these are, so you can kind of see here, see if I can hold it there. So probably less than a ½ inch from the end there is how close this is to the end there. So what I'll do is when I actually go to drill the holes, I'm going to put a piece of tape on the actual bit there to indicate, so I know exactly how far I need to go into the shelf here before, so I don't break through the front, because that would not be good. Okay. Now we'll just go ahead and turn on our laser level and make sure that we're still on our mark. Right there, perfectly on the line there. I have to rethink this a little bit because this seems to be, I think this bit is made for kind of like a hammer drill, which I don't have this is not a hammer drill. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to grab a different drill bit, one that will fit in the, this is my impact driver, so this is going to have more of a hammer drill effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and see if I have a bit that is this size that will fit into the quick release there. So stay tuned. And that doesn't seem to be working or making even the slightest dent. So, okay guys, well, I'm back at it. Obviously the drill bit and drill were not working earlier, so I had to call in some reinforcements. So I called my neighbor Scott and he brought over a hammer drill, which is what is recommended. It's the right tool for the job. So I'm very grateful that he was able to bring that over. Go ahead and get these last holes knocked out, and then we'll be ready to drill holes in the shelf and actually get this thing up there. So here we go. Well, that was a lot easier. Let's go ahead and get these last brackets mounted nice and secure. So now we can be able to drill holes in the shelf. We'll slide this shelf here, we'll just slide right onto the brackets and we'll have our shelf. Yeah, I drilled the holes in the back of the shelf there. Unfortunately I didn't record that part, but it was pretty straightforward, just drilling the holes. I did make one kind of major mistake here, and I thought I wasn't quite all the way down, but I was, and I actually went through the front side. So we'll have to put a little piece of dowel in there, stain it and touch it up. But we're getting ready to slide it onto the brackets here and basically make sure that it fits. That it's a tight fit, because that means it's not going to it won't slide out.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing
this
we want to avoid.
This is so sad.
I know.
Your face doesn't seem nearly as sad as mine.
Well, because I know that it's not a difficult touch up, but yes, I did make the mistake right there. So that one's on me. It's my fault.
I know, but it's sad. It's not about blame. It's about sadness.
I know it's not about blame. It's just, yes, I was upset when I did it because I was like, man, I thought it wasn't all the way through, but
wow, this
I
is
learned
beautiful.
Learned my lesson on the subsequent other holes there. But yeah, as you can see, guys, it's
Outside of the hole, it looks really lovely.
Yes, it is a nice, beautiful looking shelf.
Wow, nice.
Look at that.
Perfection. Wow.
If you guys can see that, but we
It's
are
lovely.
perfectly within the lines there.
Okay. Well,
So,
I would like the hole to be fixed, and I would like you to fix the hole.
yeah, I can fix that.
I don't have a wooden dowel that
No,
size.
I can get one at the hardware store, but
Anyway.
it is, it's level. It's a nice snug fit, which is what I wanted.
Yep. It's beautiful. Awesome. I'm so excited about that.
We now have a, let me back it up here, so you can get a more of a full view there, but
I can decorate it now for Christmas.
yeah.
I have
Well,
so
I was
many
letting
Christmas
everybody know.
things. I have so many Christmas things around here that need to be put up.
Well,
So
I was letting everybody know that once we got the shelf up, you would get, I would do my magic, which apparently is not so magical.
that's not very magical, is it?
But once I did my magic, you would come in and you would do your magic, and then we could see the final result.